Good Lord. All right. Hi, besties. So sorry I was a little bit late. I was planning on going live an hour and a half ago. 2.5 hours ago. So I apologize. Wait, no. 3 hours ago. Oh my gosh. Sorry. But I had to go to the store because I am out of food and I need food. I'm hungry. So I had to go get some things. But I'm gonna wait for people to join. So if you guys could like and share the live, I would greatly appreciate it. I haven't had this flavor of hummus before, so we will see. Oh, it smells so good. I don't even remember what I got. Sweet chili garlic, so you know it's gonna be good. I don't know where to put this. I guess just right there is fine. I don't have a trash can in here yet. I'm like using a box as trash can because I'm still configuring my stuff around. But I wanted to talk. We're going to be talking about Bobby today. All right. We're going to be talking about Bobby today. Irish's live is tomorrow. Live. It's probably going to be like 10 hours long. He's loud and verbose. I don't know what to tell you. But we're going to be talking about Bobby and we're going to be talking about the Reddit. Okay? Because the Reddit has a lot to say. And we're going to be talking about it and what they had to say about me today for whatever reason. So, but I'm also going to eat my hummus and I'm so excited to try this flavor. We'll see if it's good. I'll let you guys know. Good stuff. Sweet chili garlic. But I'm also going to put some hot sauce on it because I love hot sauce with hummus. If you guys haven't tried it, it is so good. I just got this one from Aldi. I thought it was going to taste... Oh, yeah. I have a story to tell you guys. I thought it was going to taste like Tabasco, but it really doesn't, which is kind of sad. But I'm still gonna use it. Yeah, guys, I'm just snacking. I'm sorry. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten a lot today. I haven't had food. I've been, like, waiting. Oh, slay, Amy. I'm so glad. But yeah, okay. So we have some things to talk about. We're gonna be talking about the Reddit. We're gonna be talking about what they were saying about me. So if someone wants to post the link to this live into their Reddit, feel free, because my Reddit, for some reason, won't let me post anything. So it's probably because I have bad karma. So. Neither could I, Evan. Here we are. Okay, but we're going to be talking about Bobby, which if you don't know who Bobby is, Bobby was my stalker, still is my stalker, probably still trying to figure out everything about me. Hey, Haley. Oh my gosh, follow Haley, everyone. She makes such good content. I love to see her content on my page. I'm like, yes. Yeah, so we're going to be talking about Bobby, and we're going to be talking about what the Reddit has to say about Bobby and me. Because for some reason, a girly can't just be the victim. A girly just always has to be the problem for some reason. I'm allegedly always the issue, according to not only the incels, but also now the leftists who are pro-Bobby, I guess? I don't know. But I'm going to put up... Oh, that's not what I meant to do, so sorry. I'm going to put up the screenshots. So let me do that really quickly. And we're going to talk. Because I really do have things to talk about. Okay. We're going to start with this one. Yeah. This is the one we're going to start with. And I'm going to talk about all of this. because I feel like I'm at a point where I can talk about Bobby without wanting, like, I feel like I'm at a better point for now. We'll see how long that lasts. So we have a lot to talk about. Okay, let me do that. That's still not gonna work. Hold on. So sorry. The layout on this is horrendous. Okay, perfect. Perfect. The Reddit is about someone that I'm friends with. I feel like it's mean to send people over to the Reddit about my friend. I feel like that's rude. If other people want to give it out in the comments, if you know, that's fine. I just don't want to be the one to do it. But so they were talking about Bobby, and they were talking about me saying something about Bobby, whatever. And this individual says, I fully believe something about Bobby, whatever. And this individual says, I fully believe Mac was stalked by Bobby, and Bobby was a psychopath. That said, I think when Mac got a couple of paydays off of the attention that she psychopath. That said, I think when Mac got a couple of paydays off of the attention that she milked it like Alina talking about the Unfuck America tour. Okay, so we're going to talk about that first paragraph. I'm going to come back. We're going to talk about this first paragraph because, first of all, yeah, I did make money off of the videos that I made about Bobby, though I made money off of 2 videos that I made about Bobby. You want to know why? Because I am a part, well, I was until I got demonetized. I was a part of the creator rewards program. Okay? So whenever I made my video about what Bobby was doing to me and it went viral, yeah, that's gonna make some money. Do you know how the creator rewards program works? What am I supposed to do? Should I have just thrown away the money? Yeah, let me just throw away the money really quickly, guys, because apparently, making a paycheck off of your own trauma is problematic. Right. So, I mean, I'm just like, what? Victims aren't allowed to profit off of their own trauma? Tell that to Chanel Miller, who wrote a book about Brock Turner sexually assaulting her. Do you have an issue with that? Or are we good with that? Are we good with Chanel Miller? I'm good with that. I'm really good with that. Not only does she get to tell her story, she also gets to make some money off of it, period. Like, money's not going to fix the trauma, but it's definitely going to make it a lot easier to get the resources that you need to help yourself, okay? So, you know what I did with my money that I got from Bobby, from talking about Bobby? The two videos that ended up getting enough views to qualify for actually making money off of, I put it in my savings account, okay? I put it in my savings account to probably be used towards my tuition. So that's probably where my Bobby money's going to be going, is to my tuition. So, wow. Such a problematic person. Anyways, I just wanted to address that. And then with the Alina Unfuck America tour thing, Alina was not the victim of the Unfuck America tour. I was the victim of Bobby. So that is not the same comparison at all. Yeah, Alina probably did make money off of the fucking Unfuck America tour drama situation. Yeah, she probably did. But guess what? She also wasn't the victim. She wasn't the victim. I am the victim of Bobby. So, right. Oh, Sarah, did you mean to request? So anyways, I just wanted to address that because I thought that was crazy. Let's go on to the second paragraph. And there's more screenshots. Oh, guys, I'm freaking out right now. I can't. Sorry, I keep messing this up. Okay. Guys, I'm freaking out right now. I can't. Sorry, I keep messing this up. Okay, so let's go on to the second part of the screenshot. So this is where it starts to get messy, of course. Because, a girlie can't just live. All right. That white woman got centered hard. Well, I would think so. I would think so, since I was the victim of Bobby. I would think so, right? The victim should be centered. Hot take, hot take. The primary victim of the perpetrator should be centered. Hot take, I guess. Wow. Because no one else was getting the same amount and same level of harassment that I was from Bobby. The only person under me, like in terms of trauma and like getting Bobby's heat, was probably Irish. Okay? So, anyways, there wasn't a fucking peep from Mac or Irish about Brussels and Jones until enough black women came forward that it couldn't be ignored. So the issue that I have, no, literally, Haley, the creator that stalked me, Haley, was a like self-proclaimed like Democrat, you know, POS. No, exactly. So talking on this part of it, there wasn't a fucking peep from Mac or Irish about Brussels and Jones until enough black women came forward that it couldn't be ignored. Oh, I need to turn the camera around for this one. Because I was told that what was going on behind the scenes, first of all, I didn't have the full scope of what was happening behind the scenes with Mr. Jones. I had no clue. I don't give a fuck about that man. I never have, never will, never did. You know who did though? Kenzie. Right. So keep that in the back of your mind for just a moment. So I was told by Brussels not to talk about this at all. I was told by Brussels not to talk about Mr. Jones at all because I'm white and he's black and most of his victims, if not all of his victims, are black. And I was told that that was black business. And so I said, all right, that's fine. I'm not going to speak on him at all. That's what you want me to do. I will do it. I don't agree with it. I think I should be able to call out whoever is participating in bad behavior, but also it's not my story to tell. It's not my story to tell, so I'm not going to tell a story that's not my story to tell. Anyways, I was told multiple times by Brussels not to speak on it. Also, comparing what Jones did to Brussels with what Bobby did to me, insensitive. I will say that, and I will stand on it. Insensitive as fuck. Because Bobby infiltrated into my real life. We'll talk about that in a second. Bobby infiltrated into my real life. Bobby stalked and harassed me for 4 fucking months. 4 months. I wake up, I probably have PTSD from this man. I'm planning on going and seeing someone about it. I wake up almost every night, who is that? Okay, it's fine. I wake up almost every night at 3 to 4 in the morning, scared that this man is in my room. If that's not a symptom that I'm having PTSD symptoms, I don't know what is. My anxiety has been here, since Bobby happened. Here. It's not gone down. It's still been that bad. So, yeah. Forgive me for saying this, but I do in fact think that, I don't think those should be compared. I don't, because if you want to know what happened to Brussels, for those of you who don't know, Jones said some pretty disrespectful things to Brussels on a live and kind of invalidated someone who was sexually harassing her. And then when she talked about it, a year later, she talked about it and he, hosted I think 2 or 3 lives about her and kind of sent his following to be mean to her and say mean things to her, say mean things about her. And so that's what happened to Brussels. So, I mean, I don't know. It's it's not appropriate to, what's a word? I can't think of the word. It's not very appropriate or politically correct to compare, that's the word, compare traumas. But I do think that we also need to stop being so soft, and we do need to recognize that some traumas are going to have a longer lasting impact on people than others. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. But I really felt invalidated whenever this person told me that, whenever this person wrote that part of that. So, yeah. Anyways, also, I was not like at all involved with Jones. Why would I call out Jones if I'm not involved with Jones? And none of these stories are mine to tell. Why would I do that? I was told specifically not to. You know who had all of the inside information that Jones was a bad person for like a year? Guess who? Let's all take a guess in the comments. Let's all take a guess. Kenzie. Yep. Oh, and Brussels too. Brussels was privy to a lot of information about why this person was a dangerous individual. Dangerous, not just dangerous because he'll weaponize his platform against you. No, she had a lot more information too. I had no information because I'm not involved with this man at all. And I also was there for Brussels whenever she did her live. I was up on her panel when she wanted me to be there for her. I was in comments. I was supporting her through that. So I was there. So kind of just a fuck you to this person who wrote this. We're going to move on to the next couple of lines. Because I want to go by this line by line, because this shit is just crazy even more. The issue with Bobby was well known and covered. She didn't need Kenzie's platform to tell the same story she spent 15 to 20 hours speaking on. Okay, so that's interesting to me, because at this point in time, there had not been a live about the fact that he said that he did, he said he was going to report my grape. I guess I have to censor now on here, but you don't really have to censor the R word anymore on videos, but you do have to censor it here still on live. Weird. But anyways, he said that he was going to report my grape for me. And then he started using that trauma against me. And up until that point, no, that hadn't been spoken on as a live. That hadn't. I was not going live at that point. I asked Kenzie to give me her platform, one, at a time where I had not at that point really spoken out about the updated information. And two, I also needed Kenzie's platform because for Bobby, my stalker, it's a numbers game. It is a numbers game for a man like Bobby, a narcissistic man like Bobby who was stalking me, who used his 50,000 followers to, he weaponized that against me. Yeah, it is a numbers game. And I believe at that time, Kenzie had more followers than Bobby did. So it is a numbers game. So also, I can tell my story as many times as I want to. I could, you know that stalking is a part of grape culture, right? You're aware of that, right? Stalking is a part of violence against women. Because what does stalking lead to? What does stalking lead to? Use your fucking brain, okay? So anyways, we're going to move on from that part and go to the next part. Irritating, for real. Okay. What is that? What is that? So first of all, I'm telling my story for attention? That's grape culture, bro. Telling a victim that they are telling their story for attention is insane, because I was the one who was victimized. How about, I have a new bestie. Whenever Bobby does resurface, because we know he will at some point, I have a new bestie to feed him. It's you. You can go do me a favor. You can go through everything that I went through from January to the end of April. You can go ahead and relive that for me from your own perspective, and then you can talk. and then you can talk on how I'm allowed to respond to my stalker. How about that? We'll do that. We'll trade places. I just, and if he ever does come back, I'll go ahead and let him know that you're in the market for attention-seeking behavior, because that's what this is. Okay? Me talking about my stalker, not attention-seeking. I'll go ahead and let him know that you need a little bit of attention in your life, so that way he stays away from me. Because clearly, it wasn't that bad, right? So do you want to go ahead and endure what I endured? No? Interesting. Isn't that really fucking interesting? Anyways, that just really irritated me. The end of that fucking paragraph really irritated me. Yeah, if I wanted to make a movie about it, I could, and I should. Because men get away with this behavior all the time, and all you're telling me to do right here is to silence myself, and I won't silence myself. That's why I'm on live literally 12 hours after you fucking posted this fuck-ass shit to try to silence me. So, stay mad. We have more screenshots, because this isn't the end of it. This is the first screenshot that started all of this. All right. Let's move on to the next one. The next horrendous piece of crap that I saw today, unfortunately. Because genuinely, like, what even? All right. Let me turn the camera around, sorry. I don't know why that's not the standard. Bobby's original offense was so fucking minor. An absolute nothing burger. He was misogynistic and gross, but the overreaction by Irish and Mac to him calling her a Happy Meal was wild. Irish either did or threatened to do all of the things to Bobby that Bobby ended up doing to Mac first, all because Bobby refused to take some accountability. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn it around for this one. Excuse me? Sorry, this all started because Bobby got on a live and sexually harassed me and made sexually degrading comments about me because I hurt his feelings on a live. That's what started this. And it wasn't just the Happy Meal. It was more than that. It was more than that. I have it up on my page. Like, this man literally, he said that I was a Happy Meal and that I cum with a toy. He was, like, talking about me in a very sexually explicit and vulgar way. The video, it's probably, if you look at my link tree, I think it's still in the link tree, I think. It was a vulgar video, and it was sexual harassment and sexually explicit content. But you're downplaying it, and that's really gross of you. And yeah, I do think Bobby should have taken accountability. I wasn't the one who said I wasn't the one who said, like, Bobby, I'm gonna, like, find all of this on you, whatever. Wasn't me. So I'm not gonna speak to that, because that wasn't me. But what I will say is that it wasn't just fucking minor to me. It was, especially in addition to everything that happened, it was really disgusting. So thank you for the invalidation. I would love to know if you're a man, and if the other person up here was a man, because I hate when men get into women's business. What Bobby did to me, that's women's business. So how about you shut the fuck up? Anyways, moving to the next part of the screenshot. All right. Also, the whole situation had completely died down for a while, but in true Irish fashion, when he gets bored and runs out of people to call out, he recycles old call-outs. He did this with the Bobby situation, turning on Ash because of whatever reason, and reigniting the whole thing that led to Bobby being even more of a psycho. So that's just not even true. That's not true. Bobby That's literally just not true. Ash and Bobby were having some live, and Ash was having a live, and I went up to talk to Ash. Bobby came up, and then it spiraled from there. And then after that, that's when Bobby started to severely escalate at that point. He severely escalated at that point. So, like, no. Bobby's actions are his own. They're not, I'm not putting them on Irish. I'm not putting them on me. Bobby's actions are his fucking own. So, thank you for the victim blaming. Anyways, the bottom part. To harm around the other women around him. So, instead of putting the responsibility onto Bobby, you're putting it onto Irish. That's really weird to me, Reddit poster. We're gonna go to the next part of whatever this person posted. I think this was a completely separate person. All right, let's see. Where is it? Oh, here. Okay, and then someone responds to that, and this is where it just gets disgusting. And this is probably Raina, which if you don't know who Raina is, Raina got exposed for knowing that her boyfriend was into children and staying with him despite that. So, people think this is Raina. I don't really know. I don't care. But this part of it was gross as well, so let's talk about it. That's not even close to what happened. Bobby was going after someone else, and Mac and Irish, in true fashion, made it about themselves, made someone else's story into theirs, and the first person that Bobby was going after, the victim, had reached out and asked to help Bobby. Repeatedly asked to help. That's how I know that this is just someone just horrendous. And notice how that person is supporting Kenzie, right? Because these are all Kenzie stans. That's not what happened. Bobby was talking about me in the video that you're referencing here, which if you weren't aware and you're confused, Bobby made a video saying that he saw a woman's essay story. He saw like a confession, evidence that it happened, and that the video was posted recently, and he said he was going to go ahead and report it. He was talking about me, my video. He was talking about the video that I posted 6 days before Bobby made his video. And he also, my video included a screenshot of the person admitting to what they did. And then when he realized he messed up, he went and found another woman who had posted about her essay, and he didn't do a good job because none of the facts that he gave out about the video lined up. This woman did not have a confession. She didn't have, tangible proof that she could show on her video. She didn't have that. So that's how we know that's how we knew you were lying. And also, why would you say that you're going to report for somebody that you're helping? That's just not at all. So he was doing this to get under my skin and to make me uncomfortable. So that way I would stop talking about what he did to me, what he was doing to me. Sorry, I have to eat that bark. So that video was 1000% about me. So let me turn the thing around. Okay. So they could ask the parents about what had happened. So fuck you to whoever wrote this. Anyways, he did, however, try to figure out where she worked, but at the same time, didn't Irish and Mac do the same to him? No. I don't know where the fuck he works. Irish might. I didn't. That doesn't give him the right to figure out everything about me. Everything about me. Just target Irish then if you have an issue with that. Don't target me. He was targeting me because he knew that it would be easier to find my information compared to Irish's. And it was gross. Anyways, both Irish and Mac repeatedly talked about how they were going to destroy his life and worse. Nope, I never said that about him. You can't go around doxing motherfuckers and expect them not to do the same. I never doxed him. I never did anything bad to Bobby. I did nothing to Bobby. So it's insane that I am being victim blamed by Kenzie's fucking fuck-ass cronies for something that I didn't do. I never doxed. I never gave school or location. You know what Bobby did? Bobby contacted my school. Hold on, I can take this down now. Bobby contacted my school and said that first of all, he tried to get me kicked out of school. You want to know why? He tried to get me kicked out of school for reporting a rape in 2022. He tried to get me kicked out because he told the school that I reported it and it was false. Even though Bobby, remember? Bobby said that he saw an admission. Bobby said that he saw an admission from the perpetrator in his original video. Bobby, it sounds like you made a false police report, Bobby, because you knew that that was true. And I literally just showed that screenshot on live, like, not that long ago. I showed that screenshot like a week ago of the police officer's interaction with Bobby and the notes that she took whenever she was writing everything down. So, yeah. Anyways, also worth noting, Bobby demanded that the school give my FERPA protected information so he could figure out exactly where I'm at, exactly what school I go to if I don't go to that school anymore. He doesn't know, and I'm obviously not going to confirm where I go to school. So he literally tried to get the school, he demanded that they give up FERPA protected information so he could find out my exact location. That's what that man did. So, kind of crazy, kind of dangerous, really gross, honestly. And, on top of all of this, he also, remember, he stalked me, he harassed me for months, he would go live about me for hours, he would make video after video after video after video, and for this to all be invalidated on Reddit, go jump off a bridge. I don't know what else to tell you. It's really just insane to me how horrific you guys can be on Reddit. And these are the people who, by the way, are supporting Kenzie. These are Kenzie's people. These people have been all up on the Reddit, on the other Reddit, talking about how they're pro-Kenzie. These are Kenzie's people. Kenzie, where you at? You want to disavow these people? Kenzie, would you like to disavow these bitches? I'd love to know. I have another screenshot. This one comes from someone who gave me permission to share this. And I just thought I would share it with Kenzie's followers. Since they had such an issue with me monetizing off of my own trauma, let's see if they have an issue with this. Let's see if they have an issue with this. Where the fuck is it at? Oh, here. Let's see if they have an issue with this. What's this, you might ask? It's someone messaging Sarah. Sarah said in the comments. It's Sarah messaging, or it's Kenzie messaging Sarah. I mean, what? I mean, how the series makes me some money. I hope. LOL. Oh, I hope. I mean, I hope the series makes me some money. This series about who? The series about the women involved with Harry Sisson. Not your story. Kenzie wasn't involved in that. Kenzie wasn't the victim of that. So, what is this gonna show up on the Reddit? Hey, I don't know what your guys' usernames were. The three of you who talked about, actually, it was like more than three of you. It was like 12 or 14 people who thumbs up the original post talking about how I talked about how I made money off of my trauma, happened to make money off of my trauma because creator rewards program, right? The video went viral. What can I do? Did you want me to throw away the money? What did you want me to do? Anyways, what the fuck? What's this? Am I gonna see this on the Reddit? Because she's making money off of someone else's trauma. By the way, those victims didn't even want to be included in your series. They told you multiple times, Kenzie. Do you not remember when the victims told you multiple times? Or not the victims, but for lack of a better word. Did the women, we'll just say the women, did the women not tell you multiple times that they don't want to be involved? Did they not do that? And you're bragging about how you're about to make money off of the series of the women who told you that they don't want to be involved in your series and they want you to not use their stories, and you're bragging about making money off of it. But when I make money off of 2 videos that happen to go viral, I wasn't expecting those videos to go viral. Genuinely, I was not. I'm the issue. Interesting, right? Interesting how that fucking works. That's really insane to me. Really crazy. Let's see what else we got. Okay, that's not a good one. Oh, good Lord. Okay. Oh, yeah, that was a good comment. So I screenshotted that because that was sweet. Let's talk about some of the other comments. Just really briefly. Hold on, I'm so sorry. Let me go back. Okay, so this person's saying that she thinks that, so me, no, I think Mac shared her story to make money. Really? I shared my story to make money. You know that I had never made money on the creator rewards program prior to this? Never. I had never had a video reach the threshold of views that you have to reach to even make a cent. I did not tell my story to make money. I didn't even know that my story was going to make it this far as it did. I didn't know that because none of my other videos had done that well. This was a anomaly that happened. Like, this was the start of my videos starting to get more and more traction. This was the start of that, was the Bobby situation, which again, I was not aware that that was going to happen. And then, I don't know, some other bullshit that I don't care to address at this point because it's just the same shit. What's this? Oh, what's the relevance of this? So this is me talking about making money off of Bobby in the story that I told. That Mac is pathetic. Why? Why am I pathetic? Do you want to answer that for me? Why am I pathetic, Reddit? Because I made about $500 off of Bobby and you didn't? Oh, okay. Sorry. What am I supposed to do? Throw away $500? Sorry. Not sorry. You want to know what I did with that money? Again, it went into my savings account, and that's probably going to pay for a good chunk of my tuition. So Bobby harassing and stalking me for 4 months, guess what that's going to pay for? That's going to pay for my fucking education. To clock this motherfucker one day. To always be better than this motherfucker. To have a better degree than this motherfucker. So yeah, cry all you want. I honestly don't give a fuck. I don't care. You know what? If I could make hundreds of thousands of dollars off of the story, that I would. Because the trauma is not going to go away no matter how much money you have. I'm still going to wake up at 3 in the fucking morning every night scared that this man is in my room. That's still going to take place. You think money's just going to make that go away? Again, why aren't victims allowed to monetize off of their stories? Why is that an issue? You know what else? You know what else? You know who else said this shit? Bobby did. You know who else said that I should be looked at as a bad person for monetizing off of my story? Bobby. You sound like Bobby right now. You sound like Bobby. You sound like a Trump supporter. You sound like all of the people who told E. Jean Carroll she's not allowed to make money off of her story. So, you sound like Bobby right now. It's really gross. It's really grotesque. And it's really, honestly, insane that all of the Kenzie supporters are acting like this. Isn't that really interesting? And a lot of these comments now at this point have multiple, like, upvotes. They have, like, 20 upvotes. So it's not just these one-off 3 people. It's, like, 20 of her people. For what? What is this? Why is this even in the Discord? Or not the Discord. Why is this in the Reddit that it's in? This Reddit's not about me. This Reddit is about a specific person. They're up here posting me. I live so rent-free in their fucking head that they are out here posting about me in a Reddit that's not even about me. Genuinely, what the hell are we on right now? What type of drugs are we on right now? 'Cause what is this? Like, I don't even get it at this point. But yeah, since you decided to post this fuck-ass shit, whoever you are, since you told me to be silent, remember, where is it at? Right here. Oh, be silent, you're white. That's what this says. That's what this shit says right here. Be silent, you're white. That's literally that's the TLDR of this shit. No. How about no? So that's why I'm on live right now. That's why you can thank me all for being on live right now. I'm currently on live right now. I'll fix it in a minute, Irish. Nicole isn't being problematic, so it's fine for right now. That's what this says. So, no, I will not be silent about the stalker that I had, actually. I think I'm going to talk about it every night for maybe the next 5 years, like you said. Thank you for the suggestion. I really enjoy this suggestion, because... So again, I'll go ahead and turn my screen around for all of you guys who just came in here, who want to read this, because I did see a lot of interesting people just join. A lot of interesting usernames just came in my chat. So I'll let you go ahead and read this. But yeah, again, like, I'm sorry, but like, oh, yeah, okay. You want to know what centering is? Do you want to fucking talk about centering? We can talk about centering. Give me 1 second. We'll talk about fucking centering. You want to see what it's like for someone to center themselves in a victimization that they had nothing to do with? All right, I'm back. I'll show you what the fuck centering is. This is centering. This is centering. Because this did not help me. And no hate to Brussels. I'm not mad. I'm like not mad at Brussels. I'm just showing an example. Genuinely just showing an example. This is centering. This was a live that Brussels did out of poor taste. And I think she already apologized for it. It was out of poor taste. It is what it is. At the end of the day, I can't go back in time and fix it. It's whatever. Bobby G0313 must be stopped, and she got hit in the face with a frisbee, so her eye was all messed up. Why does he insist on hurting young women? That's called centering, because that did not help me at all. That just perpetuated the idea that I and co make false allegations, which, again, it was a poor judgment call. Like, I can't go back in time and fix it. But that's called centering right there. So, just for the Reddit purposes, I wanted to point out what true centering looks like, because you can't center yourself. You cannot, like, what? Like, centering to me is a negative term. Centering to me, it means that has a negative connotation, that you are centering yourself when you shouldn't be centered. If you are the victim, what do you mean centering? I'm the victim. I'm the reason that the perpetration of this, whatever the fuck you want to call it, happened. So I am the origin. I'm not the fucking center. I am the origin of what happened. I don't know how else to describe it. So yeah, this fuck-ass piece of shit Reddit, whatever the fuck, message, insane. So let me go ahead and let you guys continue reading it, because I don't think everyone got their full. And again, I want to point out, I was told, for those of you guys who were reading the second paragraph, I was told not to speak a word about Mr. Jones by Brussels. That was the only person who I had known had been affected by Mr. Jones. And I was told by the person who was the victim of the situation, of that particular situation, to not speak about it. So I was upholding the person who was victimized. I was upholding her wishes. I don't care about whatever identity politics you guys want to bitch about. I was told not to speak on it, so I didn't. Because I, unlike you guys, I listen to victims and women, and I listen to the requests that they give me. Unlike Kenzie and co, apparently. So, fuck this middle paragraph right here, because what the hell was that? I just don't know. Right. Crazy. Like, genuinely just crazy. So yeah, I don't know. Interesting Reddit post right there. So again, if you would like to be Bobby's next victim, again, this is attention-seeking behavior. Me being victimized by somebody who I had no control over, and speaking on it, that's not attention-seeking behavior. But if you would like a little extra attention in your life and you need a friend, or maybe someone who's going to stalk you for 4 months, maybe more, who knows, and is going to make your life a living hell because you just yearn to be the center of attention, because that's what the fuck this is, let me know. I'll point you in Bobby's direction, because I'd rather not be the next victim. Do you want to be the next victim? Because I don't. It's not fun. Why do people think that it's fun to be the victim of these fuck-ass people? Does it look like I'm having fun? Genuinely. At all. Is it just that you're jealous that you've never made money on TikTok and you can't fathom the idea that other people do make money on TikTok? Is that what it is? Do you want to just be the victim so you can monetize? Are you jealous of that? Because again, that was an accident. That wasn't supposed to happen. I wasn't planning on my video getting almost 400, I think it got 400,000 views. I wasn't planning on that at all. So that just happened to happen. Again, what do you want me to do? Throw away the money? Oh yeah, Max should have just thrown away the money. She should have just never taken it out of her TikTok, right? You guys are whoever wrote this is clearly in a position of privilege, because I am so incredibly broke. I'm struggling. Bitch right here is telling me you're not allowed to make money off of your stalker. I mean, why not? Why not? If that is the only positive that's going to come from me being stalked and harassed by this man for 4 months of my life, he tried to get me kicked out of school. He tried to get me blacklisted from Disney. He tried to get me in trouble for making a false police report. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not allowed to make money off of that. How dare I? So, yeah. Issues, problems. Again, this was posted in a Reddit that's not even about me. The Reddit is not about me. See, and I agree with that, public offender. I agree with that. And I saw public offender's video when it came out. I don't even care if other people who are truthfully telling the story make money off of it. I don't. Because this man victimized me. I don't care. Like, I'm gonna make money off of it. Cry about it. That's all I have to say. Yeah, one of these bitches pointed it out too. Oh, all Mac ever says is cry about it. Cry about it. Do, in fact, cry about it. Because that's all Yeah, and I just really don't appreciate my trauma being minimized. Because why? You can fill in the blank. Think on it yourself. Is it because I'm friends with Irish? Is it because Bobby wasn't a large enough creator for you guys to care about? Is it because you thought I was centered too hard? Last I checked, I was the victim of Bobby. Last I checked. You can ask Irish if he believes he was a victim of Bobby, but other than me and Irish, who was the victim of Bobby? Who? Give me a name. I would love a name, because I would love to connect with them. So that way, maybe I can talk to them and we can bond over the same trauma. Other than Irish, which I don't even know if he's calling himself a victim of Bobby at this point. I don't know what that man wants. But I just really wanted to get all of this off of my chest, because this Reddit is really pissing me off, clearly. Honestly, how dare you tell me that I'm not allowed to speak? Again, guess who else told me to stop speaking? Bobby. Guess who else told me that making money off of my trauma is problematic? Bobby. Kenzie, do you want to disavow these people? Hey, Kenzie, where are you at? Would you like to disavow these people? You're probably on an alt somewhere, or this will be sent to you at some point. Would you like to disavow these fuck-ass bitches? Because I'm pretty sure you're aware of how grotesque Bobby's behavior was. I'm pretty sure at least Irish informed you of how grotesque the behavior was. And then, let me pull up the minimization of the sexual harassment. Because again, these people love to minimize sexual harassment. They're minimizing it with Irish. They're minimizing it with me. Let's look at that. So, second paragraph right here. Bobby's original offense was so fucking minor. An absolute nothing burger. Interesting that you're using the phrase nothing burger, which I've never heard of before. I don't know if that's a real phrase or not. When you know that Bobby used the Happy Meal analogy to sexually harass me. Really interesting choice of verbiage right there. Anyways, he was misogynistic and gross, but the overreaction by Irish and Mac to him calling her a Happy Meal was wild. Irish did whatever the fuck. That part's not, relevant. So he sexually harassed me. He said that I was they were talking about sex that entire live. My name came up multiple times, multiple different people were saying my name. Bobby was agreeing with it and laughing at it. Happy Meal, CUMS with a toy. They were talking about teaching me how to parallel park. They were talking about people being my daddy. They were talking about grotesque, vulgar things that was sexual harassment and sexual vulgarity. So no, it wasn't just an absolute nothing burger. Like, genuinely, I don't even know how to... I have a headache. You guys have pissed me off so bad that I have a fucking headache. So you guys gonna disavow this? I think there are some pro-Kenzie people in here right now. Anyone want to disavow what's happening right here and say, hey, yeah, that's not great. I don't like that. Anyone want to condemn this shit and say that that's really wrong? No? Right. I mean, we kind of know the type of people that Kenzie and Co are. Clearly. Like screeching. Luckily, no one lives in this hall yet, so I can screech as loud as I fucking want to for the next 2 weeks. You better be fucking ready. I have a lot to say. Give me just a second. So, there's more screeching to come. Bro, my head hurts now. I think it's because I haven't really eaten a whole lot today, because I had, like, no food in my fridge. Because, again, a girlie has to pay for college. A girlie has college to pay for. You know, if I hadn't had the money from Bobby, then I would be $500 poorer right now. So, I'm like estimating the amount of money I made. It was like around 500 from the 2 collective videos. My head hurts. I saw Nicole and Gemma in here. Gemma, girly. Nobody changed their name because they were making fun of you coming out. That's not what that was. Who the fork is that? Hold on. Yeah. I'm so sorry. I have to block this person. Who is that? Crap. I gotta screenshot that. Okay, we're really hoping that's not someone from my real life, but they're blocked now, so. Anyways, yeah, no, so Gemma. Let me turn this off. Gemma, girly, I never knew about any of your trauma with your name, whatever, blah, blah, blah. No one knew about that. That's not why we changed our names. We changed our names because we thought that you changed your name because you went from Emma to Gemma. And so we thought that you were trying to incognito yourself, and we thought you did a bad job. That's what we thought. We thought you were trying to incognito yourself, and you did a horrible fucking job by changing your name by 1 letter. That's what we were making fun of. No one knew about your issues, or your trauma, or anything related to anything about your name. So I just want to make that abundantly clear. You also weren't in the server to tell us this, so. Ugh. Nicole. You saw evidence. Wait. Nicole, come up here. Nicole, you did see evidence of sexual harassment. Nicole, is that not victim blaming? And is that not grape culture? Is that not grape culture? To say that you need evidence to believe a victim. Is that not grape culture? Is that not what we're against? Like, advocating against? That's what we literally advocate against, guys. We advocate against not asking victims for... Oh, someone definitely just accidentally requested on their alt account. Interesting. Is that not what we advocate for? Because that's bullshit. Oh, you've needed evidence from every single victim I've ever seen, Nicole. I always see you out here. Well, where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? Do you believe that we need evidence to believe victims? Is that not a part of grape culture? Like, I really don't agree with that. You saying, well, I believed you when the evidence came out. You sound like conservatives right now. You sound like men. Oh, I'll believe it whenever they're convicted. That's what you sound like. Yeah, you're mad. You defended Amber Heard and demanded evidence from Irish. Like, is it just like a man thing? Well, it can't be, though, because you also demanded evidence from the women who were affected by misandry. I'm just saying, like, it's a little interesting. Like, why are we demanding evidence from people? That's it. That's just, like, what I don't get. That's a part of grape culture. Of course not, but when I was talking about friends, I sided with my friend. So you side with your friend. I mean, like, where has that gotten you? Has siding with your friend ever gotten you anywhere other than defending predators? Like, because I can tell you right now, there are predators on TikTok who do horrible things to people. And if they came to you and said, well, actually, like, I was the victim, you would just, would you just, like, side with your friend? Or do you need evidence to also believe your friend? Like, I'm just confused. Because that's literally what we advocate against. How did Irish hurt you? How did Irish harm you? Was it the call that you're talking about? Because, like, I was on that call. He was a dick. But, like, he's a dick. If you thought that he was a dick then, you should have seen him in fucking March. You should have seen him in March if you thought he was a dick then. That was low tier. Like, King just got a little upset with you and, like, you're, like, on a vendetta against him. Like, I want to know the harm. Because I do want to know, like, the harm. Because I am confused. I really am. Like, yeah, he was a dick. I get that. I was there on the call. But, like, what was the harm? I'm still waiting for Nicole to answer kind of what the harm was, because I am confused. People can come up. If it's easier to explain up here, that's fine. You can come up. I don't have an issue with people coming up. I let Kenzie come up, for God's sake, like, what, a week ago? He was abusive how, Nicole? Verbal abuse or... And that's the issue that you have with him? Is that he yelled on the call? Because I do remember him yelling. Not really like yelling though, like raising voice. I wouldn't say it was yelling. I've heard Irish yell. And I would say like he raised his voice because he was frustrated. Wait, it was over something that never happened. Okay, then he got it wrong. Like, if he yelled at you, like, he raised his voice at you over something that you think was something he got wrong, then, like, okay, how is that harm? Because I feel like harm is a very specific word. Oh, okay. Yeah, so apparently Irish asked who had internalized misogyny because you said that people had internalized misogyny. And you wouldn't answer the question and you got frustrated. I do remember that now that I'm thinking about it. Israel brought it up. Or, not Israel, sorry. I don't know why I just said Israel. I think someone just joined and their name... Yeah, someone just joined and their name is Israel. I don't... I'm going fucking crazy. Oh, Nicole wants up. What's up? What do you want to say?
So I'm just gonna say my story, because that's not, I mean, he can say it however he wants to say it. That's fine. But he got on the call to get upset with me over something that never happened. I was caught off guard because I didn't know what he was referring to. He got more frustrated because I wasn't saying something specific, because I had no idea what was going on. And instead of letting me talk about it or try to explain my situation, he just got angrier and angrier and he started yelling at me more and more. So I am not gonna touch anything else about that.
Well, I guess,
As
like,
soon as,
is that the harm that you're referring to, or was there something else that occurred that you have an issue with?
I mean, yes, I did find that to be harmful. Yes. It was
Okay, but
abusive.
like,
Like, yelling and berating somebody is abusive actions.
I mean, I wouldn't say he yelled at you. He was definitely louder than his normal octave. I mean, I maybe that's just because I've heard him yell at opposition, but I don't think that that's his highest octave.
That's
But
fine.
I mean, like,
I
I would just say, like, is that like worth? Is that right there worth like you completely turning on a group of people that I feel like you were pretty close with, relatively,
I
like you
didn't
were in our
turn on
community,
anybody
and
though.
then
That's
like,
the thing. Everybody turned on me really quickly. Like really quickly. Everybody in the comments were saying awful things about me over things that never happened. And I wasn't even able to explain myself because he just kept yelling at me. I have proof that I never spoke ill of Heathen.
right, and that could have been a misunderstanding. The ill speaking of heathen, that could have been, um, but like, I guess you kind of know how traumatized people are in the server, and like from their information, and like, you know, people like going in and like betraying trust, things like that. And so people were definitely like heated if that was potentially what was happening, and that could have been what was happening with Gemma. I don't know, but if that wasn't you, then like, okay, it was a misunderstanding, but like, did that really warrant you going and supporting Kenzie, who I'm assuming you now believe to be an abuser?
Well, we'll go and supporting Kinsey. I mean, I was always a supporter of Kinsey. So when Irish came out and said something, I had no reason to believe him because I knew his actions were harmful. I didn't believe him because the way he had treated me
I mean, he just
until I saw evidence
everyone
and I
everyone
was like,
yells
okay.
though. Like everyone yells though. So I guess like to me I'm not seeing like, even if everything that you're saying is true and that he yelled at you for something that didn't happen, and it was unfair and stupid. Let's say that's true for just a second. That doesn't mean that he can't also be the victim of an individual.
I never said that he couldn't be, but I've seen him do things.
You you discredited him though.
I didn't believe him. No, I didn't believe him. I
But
had
like,
no
why didn't you believe him when he's never shown himself to be a liar? Like in all
I
of the
disagree.
callouts, in all of the callouts that you have witnessed, has he really shown himself to be a liar?
I'm not going I had reason to not believe him. And I don't want to get into all those details, but I had reason to not believe him.
Mm.
And
I mean,
I
you can say it. I mean,
no, it's just it's not worth saying it, honestly. It's not. Um it's really not. And I'm
I feel
sorry that
like I feel like he's consenting to you saying it. He said it in the comments. Like it's okay if you
it's
say it.
not him. It's a me thing. And I'm sorry that I didn't believe him because it was right. So I apologize to him. That's all I can do. All I can do is say sorry, and I
If
don't
it's
support Kenzie anymore, and
if
that's the best
it's
I can do.
if it's a you thing, then like I'm confused. If it's a you thing, then it's not on Irish, but it sounds like you're putting this onto Irish and saying that it's his action that hurt you when it could just be a personal trigger. Like I'm confused.
The reason I don't want to say it is because it's
It's what?
I saw just the way he treated me,
Mm-hmm.
the effects that it had on me. Um and I felt like it was difficult to believe him compared to uh, Kinsey's reputation at that time, to be honest. And now I all I can do is apologize. I saw the evidence. I talked to Kinsey about it. I didn't like how she responded to it. Um,
But you also
I
painted. Well, Nicole, just really quick, I hate to cut you off, and I'm sorry, but I did just want to say this before I forget it, because I'm not going to let any more people than Sarah and Shubity up, because I don't want it to be a dog pile. It doesn't need to be a dog pile at all. But before I forget, I just wanted to say that, like, it's kind of unfair for you to just say that, like, you also didn't believe me or, like, Quacky in what we were saying in taking Kenzie's side. I mean, at that point, like, I don't think you believed Sarah whenever it came out that she was actually feeling manipulated
did
by
believe
Kenzie.
Sarah.
But
I
did you
did.
believe me and Quacky whenever we were telling people, yeah, we witnessed like a lot of the shit that happened and like this was really insane behavior? Like, I specifically said multiple times that I witnessed Kenzie tell a lie and I didn't think that she had my best interest at heart. And you, like, in
I
discrediting
didn't
Irish.
know. I didn't know anything that was happening. Like I didn't know what this lie was. I was really confused, Mac. Like I have one friend saying one thing, one friend saying the other thing. Like I didn't have any idea of what to believe at that time. Like straight like honestly, like I didn't know what to believe. Um not only that, like I
Did you
didn't
bother to ask?
to ask what exactly. What the lie was, what was going on. Like it felt
Like,
like
just like general questions.
I mean I did ask a lot of questions,
So,
and
what questions did you ask when Quacky and Mac were invalidated in Kenzie's server? What questions
you
did
can
you
even
ask
ask
them?
Quacky when she was in there. I did ask her questions. I did ask questions. I was very confused about the whole thing. Um, and I didn't feel like there was much clarity on a lot. And honestly, like I'm trying.
I think that Quacky very clearly stated that Kenzie lied.
Yes, I had
What part of that statement lacks clarity?
nothing lacked clarity about Quacky, but then I also had other people telling me that Kenzie didn't lie.
Mac came forward and said Kenzie lied and weaponized stuff that was going on for me. What part of that statement lacked clarity?
Like, I'm not saying that those claims lacked clarity. I'm saying the fact that everybody was telling me different things lacked clarity.
And who is everybody? What other
Just,
people?
I mean, it was Irish and Mac and Quacky, and then Kinsey and Brussels and other people were speaking. Like,
I
I'm
mean,
trying to understand here. Like, I'm trying my
Shubity,
best to figure it out, right? And when I
well,
saw evidence, wait, no, just give me 1 second. When I saw evidence, I stepped out. Like, I'm sorry that I didn't do it sooner or believed you right away. I did the best I could.
I don't
I
think
did. I'm
that's
sorry that it
true.
wasn't better.
I don't. No, 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 no. I really don't think that's fair though, because you participated in rape culture. I saw messages like there was some. I don't know if there's still somebody in there. I don't know if everyone got kicked. I don't know what the hell happened. We were in chat reading these chats happen real time. It wasn't just screenshots. We were reading chat real time because somebody also had access to the Discord, and we saw almost every chat that was in that Discord. We all saw it. And we saw the contributions to rape culture. We saw the victim blaming. We saw the invalidation. We all saw it. Like, we have ample screenshots, I'm sure, somewhere of it all. And so that, like, I don't trust that, because if you were really just like unsure who to believe, you would have stayed quiet and you wouldn't have centered yourself in a situation that you didn't need to be centered on, because
How
Irish
did
was
I center myself?
because you were acting as like you and Gemma were acting as if Irish had victimized you.
Had.
You think that's being victimized? I got yelled at by a man at Walmart today. I don't think that he victimized me.
Just because you don't feel like it was a victimization does not mean that I do not feel like that and that it wasn't.
I mean, I think we should I think we should be able to reserve the word victimization for things that qualify as
Now it sounds like
a
you're
crime.
minimizing what had happened to me because you didn't
Well, I
feel like
kind
there
of
was a
am.
victim.
I
So
kind of
that's
am.
fine.
Yes, because it doesn't meet the like we this is the issue with people on the left. This is the issue of the people with people on the left. They want to throw around the word victim everywhere,
I'm
and
sorry.
it's
If
literally
you,
everywhere.
I'm
Nicole,
sorry. I'm
respectfully,
not going
Nicole,
to.
respectfully, every conflict that doesn't go your way, that doesn't mean that you are automatically a victim in that situation. There was a
I'm not
conflict
going to.
and it
I'm
did not
not
go your
going to
way because you
deny
had a shitty take. And
what
then you told an
Irish
entire
did
server of people
was
to unpack
victimization.
their misogyny and internalize whatever the fuck. Like
I
you told
didn't
an
say
entire
any of
server to
that.
do that on your way out. That's exactly what you did.
I didn't say that. That wasn't my story to bring brought up. Irish should try to put my feet to a fire about something that I had never even brought up. Nonetheless, I'm not going to sit here and say that Irish didn't victimize me. You guys can say that. You guys can belittle it. I don't care. I really don't.
I'm
All
not
I'm
sitting here
saying
saying that we are
is that
belittling
I
it.
tried
We're
my
actually
best.
just like, I don't know, challenging your bullshit because that's what it is. Between your lack of doing absolutely anything in terms of, I don't know, asking questions in terms of, I don't know, what was going on with Quacky and Mac and Brussels all being basically fucking ignored in their fucking statements. Like no one was taking those seriously. And you had nothing to say about that, but you had everything to say to a server of people. Say, go unpack your fucking misogyny and then fuck you on the
I
way out.
didn't say that. Like, you guys need to go back and read the messages I did
And
say.
to sit here and
Because I'm
say,
tired of people telling
to
me I
sit here
said
and
something
say
I
that you were
didn't say.
victimized on that call is absolutely fucking ridiculous.
I
Ridiculous
Nicole,
to
can
was.
say.
I wait? Can
No,
I
to
ask
sit
you,
there and say you were
Nicole?
victimized is
Like
insulting. It's
I'm
insulting.
okay. I'm glad that you find it insulting. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. What you
Can
feel
I ask
didn't
you how you were
happen,
victimized?
what you feel like didn't happen, um, is not really important to me. I'm telling you that from my perspective, I did not trust Irish because of how he handled that situation and how it all was based on a lie. As soon as I realized that what Irish was saying was correct, I exited out of Kenzie's server and I'm no longer friends with her. I'm sorry I didn't do it better, but I did the best I could at that situation considering how I felt about Irish.
Nicole, how did he victimize you?
I really don't want to talk about it because it's not being met with any kind of seriousness anyway.
Well,
I
if you're not
don't
going to
think it
talk about
matters
how it happened,
of seriousness anyway.
if
I
you're not
don't
going to
think it
talk about
matters.
how it happened, I don't think
Yeah,
people are going to
I
take it.
just don't think it matters. Honestly, I don't think
It
any of this
does. It does
matters.
when you're on a panel saying someone victimized you. I think it's important.
Honestly, I don't think
It
any of this
does. It does
matters.
when you're on a panel saying someone victimized you. I think it's important if you feel like that and you feel comfortable saying that in front of a panel of a lot of people. I think you should probably feel comfortable explaining why you feel like someone victimized you because you're saying that person did something to you, right?
Yeah, so I'm just literally I just wanted to come up here and explain the situation because I was being asked about it.
Did
It's
you like,
perfectly fair.
before all of this went down in Irish server, did you like that community of people?
Yes. I loved you guys. I
Then why
really
did you
did.
break server rules and share screenshots?
I didn't. I did not do that. That is what I'm saying. I never did that. It's all a lie.
Okay, Nicole, so are you just not going to explain or
I mean, I kind of
No,
want to
I'm
know,
not.
Nicole, like
I'm not.
weren't you kind of aware, Nicole, that like Kenzie was like taking screenshots from like the Bobby era and videos from the Bobby era because she knew that that would like upset me? Like, weren't you kind of aware of that?
I had no idea that that was going on.
You had no idea that that was going on.
Why was she doing that? What was she doing with those screenshots?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, you all read the threat that she clearly imposed on me, also, whenever she said this is gonna hurt a lot of women, including Mac. Like, did no one stop to think, hey, that's kind of problematic? Like, what does she mean by that?
She told us that the reason why it was going to hurt you was because you had told her private details about your relationship with Irish, and that she was going to have to come out and say them.
Oh,
That's what I
why?
thought she meant.
Why was she gonna have to come out and say those private details? Did she give an
Because,
explanation as to that?
because she said it gave things context.
So she was gonna. Okay, wait, keep going, keep going. I want to hear.
Honestly, at this point, like, I wasn't even really concerned with that. I mean, to be quite honest, I wasn't.
That's fine. Like, you can say that. Like, you can be honest, but like, I'm just confused as to why. Like, and you were good with that. Like, you were good with Kenzie taking. Like, did you not think to ask at all? Like, hey, girly pop. Like, did you get her permission to do this?
I'm sorry. Get her permission to do what exactly?
Get her permission. Get my permission to talk about those private details.
No, she didn't tell us what any of the details were.
But you don't think at all to push back or have a second thought about Kenzie threatening someone?
Like threatening to share
That
those.
that didn't make you think twice at all?
I mean, yeah, I can see that in retrospect. At the time, like, I guess I really didn't. But yeah, now I really do see how that is really kind of messed up.
Isn't this 627? You sharing screenshots?
Yeah, after I was leaving. Yeah.
So you just, I mean, like, the rules, like, are still there for the community.
Well, I was no longer in the community. I was also, like I said, just upset about what had happened with Irish.
You also said you were leaving the community. It's not like you got kicked out.
Yeah, because I was upset about what happened. I felt like nobody said anything during that phone call. And the chat just like turned on me based on a lie. Yeah, I was very upset.
Um, I
I
mean,
feel like I feel like anybody would feel the same way. And it's not that my feelings override the community. I think that anybody in the same
Don't like Irish,
situation.
but if you don't like Irish, then fuck the community, right?
What do you mean, fuck the community?
If you break
In fact,
if you
when I
break
shared the
the community
chat,
rules, the community rules are not there to protect Irish. They're there to protect the community.
when anything was related to the community, I have covered your names. Simple as that.
I don't think I see anything redacted in these screenshots. I think I
Which
see
which screenshots? I'm sorry.
screenshots I see you sharing here, even this one on the way out. I think I see Stephanie's name there. I see Sheila's name. Those are
Was
not
that
covered up.
shared in my private chats?
So the screenshot Max just put on her green screen.
yeah, I
I'm
can put
sorry.
it
Let
up
me see
again.
that one.
Yeah, let me put it up again because this was the chat. So you did share the chats. Hold on.
Was this in my private DMs?
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm sorry. I didn't block it in my DMs, but when I did post them publicly, I did share. I did cross out your guys' names, even though I didn't need to at the time because I was already out of the Discord.
Nicole, so like, did you, again, so you didn't think at all to ask Kenzie, like, hey, girly, like, why are you about to, like, talk about Mac? Like, at all? And, like, ask if she got consent? She didn't. Like anything like that?
No, I mean, like, Kinsey explained things in a way that made sense. Like, at the time,
Well, I
like,
guess what
I
was the explanation? Like this is more so just trying to get information on her. This isn't like a deposition of you on this specific topic. So like you don't have to feel attacked or defensive. Like I just want to know what was explained to the people that made them think that like that was okay.
in which the sharing information about your talks with her.
Yeah,
Napoleon's
like
asking you a
why.
very straightforward question. She's asking you what the explanation was from Kenzie for doing that. You just said she had a good explanation. She's asking you what that was.
Yeah, like
No, I'm not saying she did have a good explanation. I'm saying when she said it, it sounded like a good explanation.
well, I guess like
But
So
what
what
like,
did
was it?
she say? Yeah, what did she say?
she was saying how she needed to provide context to the phone call that you guys had and where the lie was being shared and stuff. At this time, we had no idea what the lie was. So I didn't know one way or the other if that was true or not.
Okay, so like what was the context of me? Because the lie had nothing to do with me. So like why did she need to share private details about struggles that I was having with people that I told her in private, which I didn't even really talk to her all that much, to be so honest. So she didn't know the extent of everything, but she definitely had some inside information.
Again, this is literally just what she told me. She like I'm not saying that it was a good reason. I'm saying she made it sound like a good reason. The way she worded things like made you believe it was a good reason. Now, the fact of the matter was that she said that part of the phone call that took place was that everybody had told you that you needed to like separate from Irish, and that she didn't want to have to share parts of that phone call publicly because she thought it would hurt you.
Okay, and what did she share?
I don't know. That's just what she said. I don't know if she put them in her receipts. I don't know what eventually happened, but that's what she said in response to into why she was essentially saying that she needed to not like when I'm sorry, give me a second. When she was saying that like after your response came out and that she would have to respond to it, she was saying how she needed to defend herself on that call and respond to you by actually saying what was really going on that phone call was you needing to separate from Irish.
Shubidi, did you want to maybe ask a little bit more about the
Why did you record that VC?
I recorded it because I started feeling really uncomfortable. I recorded it for my well-being, honestly. Kinsey has wanted me to publish it, and I haven't even wanted to. I was pressured to even share it with her, and I did that. There has been me and three other people who have listened to it. That is all. And I honestly wish that they hadn't even listened to it. That was for me, and that's it.
I feel like you're kind of acting like some major trauma just like unfolded on this call, but really from my perspective, like and I was confused as to what the fuck was happening as well. Like just seemed like best case scenario, there was a misunderstanding and you were getting some heat. Worst case scenario, you were being problematic and saying things about people who you shouldn't have, and you were getting heat for that.
Okay.
So, did you view it differently?
I mean, obviously, I viewed it a little differently.
And you're calling it a victimization?
Yeah, when men yell at me, I tend to feel a little victimized.
You broke the rules before anyone started yelling at you.
I didn't break any rules, and if I did break rules, I still shouldn't have been yelled at.
I mean, I don't feel like it was yelling again.
It was about heathen. I never said a single word about heathen. I never bullied heathen. I apologized to heathen. I never said that the women were misogynistic in the server. That actually was Gemma. And so when I went into that phone call and Irish was trying to put my feet to the fire about something I had never said, I literally was caught off guard. I had no idea what was going on. And so I was extremely confused why he was yelling at me. And,
When did he
and
yell?
was trying to figure out what was happening. So that's it. Like I'm sorry that I'm sorry to Irish. I am. I am sorry that I did not. But aside from that, no, I wasn't yelling. I was honestly trying to calm myself down.
I mean, people are saying that that's not how the call went. I'm getting messages from multiple people saying that's not how the call went and that it went very differently. I mean, so
That's fine. That's perfectly fine.
if anyone who remembers it wants to come up and give a clearer perspective, feel free.
Well, I
Now she's on mute.
Ernesto coming up? I don't know.
Oh, is Ernesto coming up? Okay.
Possibly.
Okay, yeah, Ernesto's here. Okay, yeah, Ernesto's here.
Hi, can you guys hear me? I don't know how good my signal is.
Test.
You're good,
Oh, hold on,
Ernesto.
let's see. Okay. Yeah, so I was on that call. And I'm not going to discount the fact that you felt that you were yelled at, but I don't recall that happening at all. The tone that he had was direct, for sure. I don't recall the yelling. I mean, if you have a recording, I'm more than happy to listen to it to hear when the yelling was. I don't recall the yelling though.
that's fine.
The
That's okay.
the tone was I mean as direct and even keeled as I am right now. I do and I mean, for those who know, I'm very good at remembering things, and I would have definitely called him out if he was yelling at somebody who shouldn't have been yelled at. I'd love to hear the conversation. I was there, and I don't recall the yelling.
Okay. All right. I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Like that's fine. I don't know how to like respond to that. Like I'm not gonna.
I mean, if you want, if you want, we can get on a call on Discord, and you can show me where he was yelling. I have no problem with that.
I
Again, you're
don't.
not going to reveal something that other people don't know, because I was there.
I don't see how why it matters though. Like it doesn't matter anymore. Like my credibility is
Well,
shot. Like no matter what I say, nobody's gonna believe me.
I'm not saying I
I
don't believe you. I'm like I said, Nicole. I said I'm not going to discount the fact that you felt like he was yelling at you. I'm not going to discount that fact. because that's a possibility. If you felt that way, that's how you felt. And so I'm not going to discredit that. There's no reason for me to discredit that. I'd like to know where, because that's something that I would like to address with him if that's in fact what happened and when.
I'm just it's not worth it, honestly. Like it's really not worth it. I
Nicole, I'm kind of
it's
frustrated by you because for
That's
real, I
fine.
am kind of
Because I
frustrated.
feel like no matter what I do here, um,
Well, I'm
it doesn't matter.
frustrated for a different reason, Nicole. You literally, like, time and time again, Miss Andry, fucking Irish, Sarah, you always ask for proof from victims, and
I didn't ask Sarah for proof.
I saw a
Number
screenshot.
one, I didn't ask her for proof. When did I ask her for proof?
I mean, you asked Miss Andry's victim, you asked.
I'm not going to talk about Miss Andry because
Oh,
I was being abused by Miss Andry. But no, it doesn't
good
matter.
lord.
I don't want to talk about that. The
It
fact of
doesn't.
the matter is that I
Were
wanted
you
to
being
come up here.
sexually assaulted by Miss Andry?
I gotta drop it.
I wanted to come up here and to
I'm assuming that's a no.
apologize
You were
Nicole,
not
were
to
sexually
you in a
assaulted.
Irish.
chat to out Irish's legal name?
What? I'm coming up here to apologize to Irish. I can send you a DM, but I don't think he really cares about that. I came up here to finish the story. None of you care what I have to say. Honestly, none of you care
I
about the
mean, you
actual
didn't care
truth
about like anything that
that
we had
I'm
to say
saying.
regarding this, so
I have since then understood. I've understood where Sarah has been coming from. I've understood where Irish has been coming from, and where you've been coming from. I've always supported you, Mac.
right. That's why this is very just like I feel like that's why this is disappointing for me because you
So
like have
Nicole, there
like
was a chat you were in that was schmoxing Irish, for fuck's sake.
I never schmucks anybody.
But were you
I
in
didn't
the chat
even
that
know
was
if
Say
that was
that you
actually
did. I said that
him.
you were in a chat where people were were trying to out his name.
I don't even know who that is. Like, I'm sure lots of people have made
what do you
like,
mean who that is? Were you in a chat where that was happening or not?
I'm sure lots of people have been
It's a
like,
yes or no question. Were you in a chat that was doing that or not? Okay, so that's yes.
I'm just gonna say this. I really don't feel as if like I was on that call too. Oh, she left. I was on that call too.
Fucking run.
Hi,
There
Queen.
was no yelling. There was no any of that shit. Also, even if you get yelled at by a man, you're not a victim. We need to reserve the word victim for certain groups of people, and it doesn't need to be applied to everyone. A man yelling at you does not mean you were victimized. That's not what that means. A man yelling at you means that he hurt your feelings. Happens on the daily. Like, I genuinely just don't know what to do. Like, this is just cuckoo fucking crazy to me how desperate Gemma and Nicole are to be victims and centered in this situation. Gemma wants to be centered because, for what? They changed their name from Emma to Gemma. Emma to Gemma. And then they told us that their name held a lot of trauma and that we were making fun of that. I'm just kind of tired of it. I'm just tired of it, genuinely. I'm fixing it, Irish. Calm down. I get it. I see your message. Um Let me see. Okay, I think I fixed it. Yeah, it's fixed. But yeah, no, like again, Emma to Gemma.
okay, leave her alone about that. Like, I
No.
don't.
Emma to Gemma. Do you want to know why that's cuckoo crazy? Because Gemma, who is formerly known as Emma, told us that her name carried a lot of trauma. I, I don't know. If my name carried a lot of trauma, I wouldn't want my old name to be within my name. I don't know. I'm just going to call out random ass little weaponizations of trauma where I see fit, because that's just fucking delusional to me at this point. Like, it's delusional. People are weaponizing trauma. People are weaponizing trauma. People are. Let's be so honest. Succulent Slayer, go fuck yourself. Go jump off a bridge, Succulent Slayer. I hate your bitch ass. You're always up in the fucking Reddit saying some crazy ass shit. Get the fuck out of here. Like, you guys are the same people who were in Reddit earlier talking about Bobby. I don't care. Get out of my live. You can be his next victim if you really want the attention so badly. Again, I'm gonna call it out when I see it. That is performative fucking bullshit. That's performative weaponization of trauma bullshit.
You don't know.
None of us
Like,
even were.
I don't know
None
why
of
you're
us were
saying that.
explained that. None of us were even given that explanation at the time that we talked about her changing her name. We can't know what's in your fucking head. Anyways, I'm just gonna call it out. It is a bullshit it is a bullshit weaponization of alleged trauma, and
Alleged?
yeah. Cause I don't know. You don't believe victims? I don't know. You're not believing Irish. You're not believing other women.
I
You're not
told you
believing
I
Andrew's victims.
told you I believed Irish.
You're not believing any other victims. I don't know why me questioning whether whether Gemma actually had an issue with their old name, seeing as their old name is within their new name. I don't know why me questioning that is an issue when you questioned Irish and said that he was not sexually harassed, you know, said a bunch of shit about other women who were affected by Kenzie. I'm not going to play into the identity politic bullshit anymore, because it's people on Kenzie's side who were fucking tweaking in the Reddit chats talking about my real trauma. You want to know
Which
what
Gemma didn't
real
do.
trauma is? Do you want to know what real trauma is? Being stalked. It's your people who are up in that fucking Reddit talking about my real trauma, about being stalked. But then, God forbid, we point out that Gemma may be weaponizing just a little bit of trauma, whatever, to make it look like we're bad people for talking about how she changed her name from Emma to Gemma.
You guys were mocking her for no reason.
I changed my name by a letter. I went from Mac to Whack.